Today, I'm going to make the case on why I think the TOPPS Now brand is the best product line right now for sports cards in the entire world. Yes, you heard that right. I absolutely love the TOPPS Now brand. And we're going to talk about my reasoning why I think this is the coolest product line / brand, whatever you want to call it, for sports cards right now. And then at the end, for all you haters, I will talk about the downfall of TOPPS Now as well. So we're going to talk about both sides of the equation to get both sides equally as angry. All right, first off, this is my number one reason why I like the TOPPS Now brand. You don't have to wait a whole year for the cards to come out. They come out the next day. Something cool happens in the world, boom. The next day, TOPPS Now has a card that you can buy. And I don't know about you, but most of the sports cards that I like to buy, they make me feel good, right? So something happens with the Bobby Witt or the Kansas City Royals or whatever we got going on here. If he has a big day, the next day I can buy that card and get the immediate dopamine, serotonin release that makes all of us happy, right? Unlike kind of Prism and TOPPS Chrome, where it just comes out once a year, right? TOPPS Now comes out all the time. So if you have a specific event that happens for your favorite player or your favorite team, the very next day, you can get that card of that moment. That is just so cool. It's so basic and so simple. I don't know why it took the sports card industry so long to kind of get to that point, but that is just amazing. Think about how cool that is. That's absolutely amazing. Second point that I like to bring up about TOPPS Now is they do have some really great imagery on there. And as we all know, the image of the card is very, very important. Very similar to Stadium Club. I love the Stadium Club imagery. But I really, really enjoy some of the picks that they put on there for the TOPPS Now. Take, for example, the triple shot after the Olympics with Curry, LeBron, Durant. They also had some other ones out there with just Curry. That was a really great image. These are awesome picks. Like whoever's picking the images for these ones is doing a great job on that. But just great imagery that they choose to put on their cards. All right, number 3, it captures moments. This is what sports memorabilia is all about. How does it make me feel? And what is the actual relationship that I have to this item? Take, for example, a no-hitter gets thrown, right? You are at that game. The very next day, you can buy a sports card of that no-hitter. Incredible, right? A player makes their MLB debut. This is like a player that you have been following for whatever it is. They have a good day, and they make a card for him the next day of their MLB debut. Paul Skeens had one done. That is so cool. That is what it's all about, because it's an immediate connection to that card. Because you were at the game, or you watched it on TV, or he's your favorite player for your favorite team, whatever it is. That's what it's all about. If we do a big release like TOPPS Chrome or Prism, like they're not going to have all these specific moments in their actual sets. Like the brand is just not going to be able to do that because they only have so many cards that they can put in there. So that's why I really like the TOPPS Now, is it just captures all those moments, and moments are what sells in sports memorabilia. That is it. That is the reason why. An emotional connection to that player or that team, or some sort of connection to that moment. That's it. How does it make us feel when we look at this item? Is it something that we want to buy? Does it give us something back? Does it make us feel happy? And that's really what the TOPPS Now brand is really focusing on, and why I think it's been so successful. Number 4, and this is, I don't know if anybody's really talked too much about that, but if you wanted to get involved in the sports card business, grading Topps Now cards is kind of an easier way to get started. Most of these cards, if you buy them in bulk at the 20 card bundle they have there, they're usually run about $5 each. These usually grade really, really well. I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever gotten a 9 on a Topps Now card. However they print these is the way they should be printing all sports cards, but they do it's like a little glossy surface there, but they grade really well. The corners always seem to be fairly sharp. It's kind of tough to tell on the centering on them because it's just an image on there. It's not like Prism where it has the borders on there. So they generally grade really well. And if, PSA probably running some special, but typically you can grade these at PSA yourself for $15 a card. So you're into the card for roughly $20. Most of these as PSA 10s will sell for $40 plus. So assuming, you're going to pick a good player, a good moment, all that kind of stuff that you actually have to take into consideration. But if you wanted to get into a sports card business and start grading cards and selling them, this is kind of an easy way to do it. If you can pick a good player, pick a good moment, and if you have a little bit of money to get started with the grading and all that kind of stuff, because you're going to have to wait, generally a couple weeks for the cards to come back to you. Was it about 3 weeks or so? And then you're going to have to get them graded at PSA. So that's going to be another, 2 months. So you're going to be looking at probably about 3 months that you're going to have to kind of, sit on this. So, but it's just an easy way to kind of get familiar with the PSA process, an easy way to start grading cards. That way you can really kind of see what a good surface looks like and what a sharp corner should be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you wanted to get started in grading cards, I think the Topps Now stuff is kind of an easy way to do that. Number 5, as much as the old school nostalgic sports card people maybe don't like the Topps Now brand, it actually is very popular among fans. The triple Olympic card print run on that one, the one with Curry, Durant, and LeBron that I mentioned earlier, had a print run of 588,030. That's a lot. They were selling these things at, what were they? I want to say, no, they weren't $15 a card. They were $12 a card, I think it was. $12 a card. Now, of course, you got bulk rates, I think, on those. So, but they did like 5-6 million in sales or whatever on this. But again, they were offering a potential to get one of those autographed, of course. So, you have a 1 in 588,000 chance roughly. Probably a little bit less than that because people are going to be, obviously buying these cards in bulk. So it's not those exact ratios, but you kind of get what I mean there. So it is very popular among fans. Collectors kind of really like this stuff. Obviously, if they're buying this many now, yes, they did have the chance to buy the triple one, so that probably inflated numbers a little bit. But people really like this. It does sell. I sell a lot of the Topps Now stuff. The Caitlin Clark stuff, Topps Now. Ohtani Topps Now. That stuff is really, really actually popular, especially with Ohtani because he's got so many different moments. And they did a really nice one with Caitlin Clark when she set all the records. So they've got some really good stuff out there that's really popular among the fans. And generally because of the cost of stuff, that these are generally kind of selling in the lower price range. They're not super expensive. Like, for example, if you wanted to buy some Prism rookie of some guy who's really hot, you're going to spend a couple $100s on that. It's a lot cheaper than that to buy these cards. Number 6, you do have a chance, as I previously mentioned, to get autographs in parallels. Not everyone is going to have those sort of parameters there with the autographs and whatnot, but you do have a chance to kind of get some kind of cool cards there. I've never actually gotten a Topps Now autograph. I'm not that important of a person for them to send me one, but I have gotten one parallel, I think, on Corey Seager. I got a blue of the one after he won the World Series MVP. So that was my my one big time pull that I got from Topps Now. The other stuff I've gotten is all been base stuff. But again, it's just the chance of getting it. You're most likely not ever going to get any autograph stuff on there. But for those of you who do like to quote unquote gamble on some of the stuff, this is kind of a fun way to do it because of the actual cards that you're going to be buying. You're going to be grading them anyway, assuming you bought 20 of them. So You're going to hopefully make your money back that way, where you actually grade most of these cards that you're going to get. So it's not a huge gamble where it's like, you get a pack of 20 random cards. So there is that benefit there of getting a chance at an autograph or a parallel. Number 7, there is a limited availability to these. Now, yes, they will sell on other platforms kind of once the sales period is over, but generally you can only buy these for a couple days and then it's done. And they release the print runs and all that kind of stuff. So you can know exactly how many are out there, but it's only available for this certain time frame. Now, again, you'll be able to buy them at other platforms and whatnot, but it is cool. Kind of a little limited run. And then only a certain amount of these are actually printed. So those are my kind of 7 reasons on why I really like the TOPPS Now product line. It's just every day it's got something new to kind of keep you involved in the sports card business. Very, very cool. All right, let's talk about the downfall of TOPPS Now. Oh my gosh, Matt, I can't believe you like the TOPPS Now stuff. All right, so some of the haters will say, "Oh, these are just bad investments. You're never gonna recoup your investment." Sports card people talk way too much about the values of everything. Everything's got a value, and it's just so sickening. It's so nauseating. Oh my God! First off, you don't have to buy something and have it go up in value in order to enjoy it. Let me say that again. You can buy something and not have to worry about the value of it, and you can still enjoy it. So I know you hardcore people think everything you buy has got to go up in value, otherwise it has no value. Sorry, man. I hate to tell you, but that's not the case. So yes, if you're going to buy a base card of the triple image of Curry, LeBron, Durant, where there's going to be 588,030 of these and 587,000 of them are going to be PSA 10s. Yeah, it's probably not going to go up in value for you. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Maybe you should just do traditional investments like, I don't know, mutual funds that have a proven track record, but I don't know. If you want to do this, that's fine. Another downfall is if you did want to buy single cards directly from the TOPPS Now website, they're kind of expensive. Some of them are going to be like $9 for a single card. Yeah, that's pretty expensive. You'd probably be able to buy these on other platforms after the fact for $4 or $5. So if you don't want to buy a single card like that, you could probably just wait and then buy it on another platform and save a little bit of money. Another downfall is the hardcore collectors. They don't like the TOPPS Now brand sometimes because it just prints way too many cards, and they're not sought after by the big time marketplaces. Like Golden doesn't want to sell a TOPPS Now. Blah blah blah. I don't know, dude. I mean, to me, iconic is what you like, not what everybody else likes. So for me personally, I like the TOPPS Now brand. So to me, it's iconic, and that's all that really matters to me. But if you like the TOPPS Chrome stuff and you want to stick just to that because you really enjoy the designs, how the product is released, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then stick with that. But I don't know, just telling other people what's iconic, what's not iconic, I don't know. I mean, I think iconic is really up to you and what you decide is important to you when it comes to a sports card. And I think TOPPS Now really kind of checks all these boxes. Cheap to buy PSA 10s, captures moments, got great imagery. You don't have to wait for the cards to come out. You get a chance at getting some autographs and some parallels. It's got limited availability. If you wanted to start a sports card business, like grading cards and whatnot, this would be an easy way to do it. So it checks a lot of boxes for me. And I like the fact that it comes out the very next day. Like you're already thinking about it. And the next day a card comes out and you're like, oh my God, I got to buy that. I'm still reeling off of that win, or that big moment. And it makes you feel good when you buy it, because that's what we want, right? We want people to feel good, buy some stuff that they like, and not have to totally break the bank on buying, thousands of dollars of sports cards when you can just buy one card if you want, or you can buy 20. So they got some really good stuff going on at TOPPS Now. It's really fun to kind of get the emails from them. If you haven't signed up for their email notifications, you'll get some stuff every single day when they come out with stuff. And, most of it I don't buy, but again, I bought some of those triple cards for the Curry, LeBron, Durant. Trying to think what other one. I think I bought some ones of the Ohtani 40-40 ones, just because I look for big-time players and moments. If you get those two things, those are pretty cool to me. So hopefully you guys like this episode on TOPPS Now. I know some of you guys out there really like TOPPS Now, and you're just kind of in the closet and you don't want to admit to other people that you like TOPPS Now. Hopefully this podcast today gives you some sort of courage to come out and say, I like the TOPPS Now. I will be at the forefront for you. I will be the leader and say, I like the TOPPS Now brand. So, again, don't forget to visit the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. Also give us a follow over there on Instagram at Powers Autographs. I'll see you all in the next episode.